Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Atlanta, Georgia, where Freddie Falcons soars from the rafters inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the visitor's sideline, their head coach. These guys have really hit their stride, winners in 7 of their last 9. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready for what could be a tough one and perhaps a playoff preview come January. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. This guy, he is hard to corral.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 13 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
From the gun on third down, Herron able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
And the Browns, first down.
They'll run on first down. Fitzpatrick. And he's able to break to 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Herron. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback. And that philosophy works for them very well.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Browns.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff up the middle. Fitzpatrick. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Falcons, nothing.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game, deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect. The NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
That's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You look at this Browns defense. They've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Well, they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, right? The opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit. But must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Herron. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
1st down, Cleveland.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Second and 11. Got a man. It's Collins, complete. 3rd and 4.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Herron. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Falcons offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 18 carries, 112 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff because not only are they seeing a back pile of yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Penix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Looking to throw Penix. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Penix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
On first down, Fitzpatrick. An excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 68 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnes. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Looking to put a drive together. And looking to throw, Penix toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here we go on 2nd and 12. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 17-0 our score after one. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 8.
Barnes on the tackle. A gain of 2.
Looking to throw. Herron. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Herron. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
So out come the Falcons now. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. A play fake. Now Penix. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I think this one will arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Cleveland offense making their way out. They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with the 1st down here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Falcons' 46-yard line.
Off the play fake. Herron. He's got it to Collins, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nico Collins, 45 yards. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Falcons, nothing.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Off play action, here's Penix. Now a run here off the RPO, he'll keep it. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll throw with Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Falcons, first down. First and 10.
On the ground, it's Thomas. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And complete to Drake London. They need 2. Here's third down.
A gain of 11. It's
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Thomas. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Now 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Over the middle, caught by London. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Bates' kick is good.
And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw. Herron. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To the air, Penix. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. So you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Sullivan. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Browns.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Herron. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They go play action here on first down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. Looking to put a drive together.
He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Penix working out of the gun here.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
This is fielded at the 27. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
He finds his man, complete. That's Barnes. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Gain of 12. First down, Cleveland.
They'll run on first down. Fitzpatrick. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Herron. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
A 2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herron.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
The Browns send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game. I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Pennick's going to sneak it, and he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Falcons 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Thomas.
And he's got it down to the 28. Here's 2nd and 7.
McDuffie on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run the jet sweep with Douglas. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
A loss of 2 yards.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Falcons 1st down.
Robinson up the middle.
His carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10.
2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They're going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10.
1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
55 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's what they wanted out of that 1st down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, 6th overall. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 20.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Oh, what a move.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter.
Off-play action. Herron.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Off the play fake. Herron. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Operating from the gun. Herron. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This is second and 8.
On the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Penix. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
He'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Fitzpatrick. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Up the middle they go. Fitzpatrick. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. Fitzpatrick. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
From the 44 now, here's second and 4.
They'll try the left side. Fitzpatrick. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on third and 2. Throw left side complete. That's Barnes.
That's another Browns first down. A gain of 3 on the play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one's incomplete.
Now a second and 10.
Xavier Watts on the covering.
Up the middle they go. Fitzpatrick. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. The offense on third down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5.
He'll complete this one to Collins. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Browns first down. A 5-yard gain on the play.
Looking to throw. Herron. He finds his man. Complete. That's Day.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
now a handoff up the middle. Fitzpatrick.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
That good for 19 and a first down.
a gain of 19 yards.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Herron. And it's caught.
Well, the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Yeah, here now come the Falcons.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
And looking to throw, Penix. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Now Penix.
Complete. Smith has it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. The slot man in motion right.
Looking to throw, Penix.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
On the bootleg, it's Penix.
That's to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Up the middle they go. Fitzpatrick. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll keep it on the ground. Fitzpatrick. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
At the 12-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herring. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They'll going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Atlanta regains possession of the football. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They run with Thomas. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for the Browns, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.